Hey there, are you happy with the consistency that you're getting from your dental laboratory work? According to the ADA, one of the #1 reasons that people leave their laboratory is because of inconsistent quality. We're going to talk a little bit about that now and how ProCraft might be able to help you. Everybody hates inconsistent lab work. It causes more chair time, more money, inconvenience to the patient and you and your staff. At ProCraft Dental Laboratory, many years ago, we developed what we call the fundamentals of excellence. It's something we came up with to help with the inconsistency problems that you experience in your dental practice. We're going to take you through each one of those steps so you can see why what we do is different than what any other laboratory in the business does. The first thing you're going to see when you receive your first case from ProCraft Dental Laboratory, you open up that box, there's going to be a QC card in there. That QC card is going to be signed by our QC technician, and there's going to be check marks covering 10 different items like contacts, occlusion, shade, and fit to make sure that those things have been adequately checked and QC'd before you even see the case. When you send work to ProCraft, you're sending to a small team of people. These people have been in the business for many years and are master technicians. You're also going to talk to the same person every time when you get on the phone. If you have case planning or technical issues, you don't have to wait through a phone tree to get to who you want to talk to. This is not like a big box mega lab experience here. Everything's streamlined and it's customized just for your practice. At ProCraft Dental Laboratory, everything we do here is done with CAD/CAM and digital imaging. What that means for you is all of our settings are predetermined and are kept in your personal digital library. Let's say that your contacts are too heavy. You call us up, we change your digital settings, we can adjust it, store it in your digital file, and you'll get that new contact setting with every case you do after that. That's how you guarantee your consistency at ProCraft Dental Laboratory. All workstations here at ProCraft Dental Laboratory have a 10-power microscope. We've been doing this for probably the last 25 years. We feel that the investment of the money was well worth it. But the reason why other labs, like the big box labs, don't do it is because it requires more expertise, more attention to detail, because everything's done under that microscope. For example, when we trim your dies, we can see under the microscope where your burr marks stop and the smooth tooth structure begins. So we know exactly where to trim your margin. That's just another way that we guarantee your consistency at ProCraft Dental Laboratory. All of our model work here is done with an unsectioned model and a separate die. We invented and we utilize what we call the DigiDeck system. We mount all of our models that are uncut onto that DigiDeck and articulate it with the DigiDeck, and we use a separate die. What that means is there's no moving parts, there's no moving die or sections that can come out or cause inaccuracies in your occlusion or your contact. We feel this is one of the most important aspects of how we do business. You can't remove the teeth in the mouth when you're working with the patient, so we don't on our models either. All the crowns that we do here are mechanically polished and pumiced. What we do is before we glaze the crown, we mechanically polish all of that ceramic surface. Then we glaze it, and when we take it out after glazing, we mechanically polish that again a second time to mimic all the surface texture of the surrounding teeth. Another advantage for you is that surface texture won't wear the opposing teeth. Therefore, you get the best of both worlds. You do not abrade the opposing dentition, and it copies and mimics the natural surface texture and striations of a natural tooth. We utilize our micro-layer technology. It's a patented system that we've developed at ProCraft Dental Laboratory that allows us to be able to layer the crown in such a way that it mimics natural tooth structure. The mamelons and the translucency look like natural teeth. So when you have a crown made by ProCraft Dental Laboratory, it looks like a tooth and not a crown. When we do model and die work here at ProCraft Dental Laboratory, everything is weighed on a computer digital scale. What that means is the container of stone is put on a scale and the computer automatically dispenses the liquid to get you the perfect rate of expansion on every pour that we make. That guarantees your consistency, and we'll know that the model will represent what's in the patient's mouth. When we get a bag of die stone from our vendor, first thing we do is we put it through a test. We have a device that we put the stone into to measure the expansion rate. That way we guarantee you get the consistent results, and we're not just relying on the vendor to provide it to us. So when you send us a case, and we do the mall and die work, that consistency of expansion is guaranteed on every single pour. We utilize metal examination dies every month here at ProCraft Dental Laboratory. What that means for you is that whenever we do a PFM or an EMAX, for example, that needs invested, we check our investment and the fit of that investment by testing it onto a metal examination die to make sure the fit is perfect each and every time. So I ask you, how's the consistency of your dental laboratory? Well, here's my invitation to you. Give us a call, do some case planning, and we'll send you out a free starter kit and show you personally how we can guarantee the consistency of your restorations.